Cali boys and we bringing that fire. All others retire, your shelf life is expired. Rappers be sounding lame, and it's their music to blame. Cause every time they drop an album, it be sounding the same. We approaching this game like Monopoly. If you gonna buy your rap from me. From ball to your boardwalk, from the bottom to the top. From nothing to having something, we ain't never gonna stop. Crossing the bubble, injecting the world with our game. Living, laughing, and riding, cause we doing our thing. I got my niggas with me, and they feeling the rush. And we ain't worried about no haters, we handling us. Them fake thugs get caught out there making the sale. Put on a dress for the man and get to singing like Patty LaBelle. Real niggas be quiet as mimes. If you can't do the time, nigga don't do the crime. We got that old white, that straight roll, bringing it to these niggas and giving it to these niggas. It's that old white, that straight roll, that straight roll, that straight roll.
They say, boy, where you been? Where you been? I've been handling business, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, I told y'all I had something coming up, and when things come up for me, it's an obligation. But we back in full effect. Shoot, if I ain't mistaken, this episode 39. I will confirm that, but you know what I'm saying? Look, we're approaching 40 episodes, then we're gonna be even closer to 50, man. You know. But since I've been away from a lot of technology and communication and stuff like that, what I'm gonna do today is use this episode to catch up on a lot of stuff. So my brother J-McCain is definitely gonna, you know, just see if I heard of this, I heard of that, you know. And we're gonna talk about what I have heard and what I haven't heard about all these situations. And if you got something that happened in the last month or so that you feel like we should touch on, no diddy, heard about that, you know, just let us know, man. But you know, without further hesitation, without further ado, as I always say, ladies and gentlemen, J-McCain.
That man, what's going on?
What's up, brother?
What's going on? Good to be back again.
Yes, sir. Man.
Excuse me.
So, bro, what's been going on out here in the world since I've been gone?
I mean, it depends on where you want to start at.
I left March, early March. I say that I left early March. Pretty much missed March and April, and a lot of.
Well, I guess one thing that I can say that wouldn't be a shocker to you, but at the same time be something that you know you want to acknowledge. Shout out Lady Cox. Shout out Lady Gamecocks.
Yeah.
You know.
I told y'all seen me following them all season. They got that natty while I was gone. We already knew that happened. One time for them though. Shout out to Coach Don Staley as well. Hey, Elijah Fulwiley. I don't know everybody first and last. Cordosa. What about my girl shut down defense on Caitlin? Hey.
Raven Johnson,
yeah. I was actually where I was with one of her cousins. It was crazy. But yeah, man. Hey.
Do you know the funny story about the whole Raven Johnson thing in that game?
Yeah, that she had waved off.
Oh yeah,
man. Caitlin Clark, you got to be careful, man. You creating pressure out here for yourself, and they coming back and standing on business.
You
stood on business. When they switched them out, it was over for Caitlin Clark.
I will say, as much as I had love for that team, I will say Don Staley kind of threw me off with a comment that she made. I will say that.
What comment is that?
When they asked her about should trans players be allowed in the sport, and she said, if you're a woman, you're a woman. Or
I think
maybe that's not her exact words. I'm gonna let you speak. And I'm just trying to correct myself. I don't know if that's her exact words, but I'm pretty sure she was like, if you're whatever you are, and I don't mean that in no disrespect whatsoever, whatever you identify as, you should be able to play.
Yeah.
That's a slippery slope. That's all I'm saying.
I think that's the way she did, because she knew that. I mean, if she sit here and say that, they ain't gonna be like, hey, Don Staley said it, let's let them in here right now and play. It's effective right now. You know, so I think she was trying to stay safe, tiptoe through that question, and she'd have been like, hell no, them is men's. You know, like the whole gay community came for her, and she potentially, I ain't even gonna go down that road. What I don't know who's a member of what, but I will say that she handled it logically. She handled it logically, and I think even if she was lying when she said that, you know, anything else, that was one of them questions that they weaponize. They throw at certain people in pivotal moments, and if they don't answer it right, you know. And then so they Staley said that we should be able to play, so why we can't play? Even though they cornered her with a question, though, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I got on this. Wait, but go Mavs. Told y'all, we coming out of the West. Shout out Luka.
I got one question about that host, about the Don State thing. And we'll go back on the other side.
All right.
So, do you remember Leonard Pope from Georgia?
I don't know. I'm a Gamecocks fan to the core. I don't watch nothing.
I know you probably don't stand him.
Leonard Pope.
He was a tight end. He was not a great tight. I mean, he was a decent tight end, but he was not one of Georgia's greatest tight ends.
When did he?
But 2006.
Oh shit! I don't know. Hey, everybody, close your eye, but AJ, shot time.
Okay, so the thing I was saying with that whole situation, it goes back to this tight end. Mm-hmm. He is 6'8". 6'8". So my question is, if you go back to, and like I said again, I'm not coming at Don Staley's throat, but I'm actually kind of like, what do you mean by that statement? And Leonard Pope 6'8", and if I could find his weight right now, I would have told you. I'm still kind of looking at trying to find his weight. 264. 6'8", 264. And he was like, I'm trans, and I'm playing in the WNBA.
You need to play in the TWNBA. I'm just saying. You could be considered a woman, just considered your own kind of woman, because there is a hyphen there. And I think that there should be a hyphen in the T before the WNBA and all of the above, bro. Like, I just feel like it's not no knock on that particular group of people, but I think that they should understand and appreciate the opportunity to have something of their own, you know, but not with also understanding that they don't want something they have built to be infiltrated and taken over by a brand new group of people. Like, you know, that's some shit they might face down the line somehow. Yeah, my imagination don't run as deep as people who are, you know what I mean? I was just saying in general, my imagination don't run as deep as a lot of people. It's a lot of stuff I can't think about, or makeup, or none of that shit. You feel me?
So who went on the bigger people in the WNBA? What bigger women that's in the WNBA? Brittany Griner. She's 6'9", or she's listed at 6'9". Oh wait, you know what weight is? 204.
I was about to say 11.
204. and no jokes. Well, all jokes aside, or whatever you want to say. I know it's different since she's been in that Russian prison, so she probably dropped underneath 200. She's trying to get back right now, but what I'm saying is she's 6'9", 204. What she listed at. If Leonard Pope is 6'8", and just because he was like, I'm a trans woman, and he comes in there as 264, you talking about 60 more pounds?
He going straight to the post. Hey, y'all gonna double box him. But
That's my argument though. That's just my true argument.
And I say this all the time, and I have no problem with no gays. I'd be comfortable in my own skin in a room full. I've been there in a room full of gay men or women or whatever. I'm comfortable. It's all good. Everybody's people. But I feel like that women oftentimes are guilty of applauding certain stuff, like like for instance, I don't have nothing against Saucy Santana. I think that's how you say it, or whatever. But I have seen so many women clap for him. You see what I'm saying? Just embracing what he feels. You see what I'm saying? And people that are similar to him, they are always clapped for and applauded for. You see what I'm saying? But that shit don't be the same when the shoe on the other foot, bro. Like, when you just trying to embrace masculinity or something, be like, like a lot of guys out here talking about they want 2 wives and shit like that. They're like, hell no. Which is cool, but it's the same difference with somebody embracing their sexuality as the next person. And you clapping for one, which is, I ain't gonna say, I mean, ultimately it's not pro-life, bro. Like, no life could be created from the opposite, the multiple seeds can be sown from, the other side of things. And I think that ultimately, like, even though we want people to live their truth, it don't change the fact that there's some type of agenda out here as well, geared towards certain groups of people and stuff like that. So, like, I think that over time, maybe not now, but over time, it'll be to the detriment of the female species that they have, or the female sex, I should say, that they have clapped for trans women to the point where now they can infiltrate the same sports as them and count as a woman and shit like that, because you can't compete, so then all of the awards gonna start being won by the people that you let in there that you was clapping for, when you could have been like, y'all need to get your own shit, no offense, and then from the beginning it would have been properly established that, okay, this is biological women's sports, this is whoever want to play in this league, whatever type, trans women and regular, biological, whatever, however you want to say it, or just straight trans women in this league, whatever. But like, women held that power, and women gave that power up to clap, in my opinion.
Well, to add to what you were saying, because I do kind of wholeheartedly agree with that. To add to my opinion, I'm gonna throw a little bit of sauce on it. One of the things I've been wanting to say in this interview, because one of the things I feel like we haven't talked about is like the popularity of now the WNBA with the whole Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark thing.
Hell yeah.
There is a lot of men now that have opinions about the WNBA, which is like, I kind of want to be like, fuck you. Because the WNBA would be farther along if you had those opinions 10 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It literally took, let's be honest, it literally took the second coming of a Larry Bird and Magic Johnson rivalry, not in men's sports, but in women's sports, to
with that, as far as the rivalry. But what I will say is this, like, bro, I watched the WNBA finals last year, and that shit was down to the wire every game, bro. Like, that shit was fire, but wasn't nobody paying attention. But I was paying attention because I'm a Gamecocks fan, and Asia Wilson. Yeah. So I was watching, but that was like, if I'm not mistaken, that was Sue Bird's last or either they beat her to go to the finals. It was some shit like that, because I watched a lot of it. I mean, the WNBA was exciting the season before Caitlin Clark, is what I'm saying. That shit was very exciting, bro.
But you're making my point that I was saying, though. It literally took, like I said, the second coming of Magic Johnson, Larry Bird rivalry in women's college basketball for them to promote it.
Yeah. You can tell that in just the shoe deal that Asia Wilson didn't get.
But at the same time, I have to say something that's going to be unpopular. And I don't mind it. I don't care. There was not this wraparound of Candace Parker. There was not this wraparound of Maya Moore. there was not this wraparound. I mean, you had your Dinah Taurasi and stuff like that, but the rapper. No, if you think about it, you talk about Stewie. Do you know who Stewie is? That's Breonna Stewart. If I'm not mistaken, Breonna Stewart won the UConn. She won national championship 4 times in a row as a starter for the UConn Huskies.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is not regarded as the greatest WNBA player. I mean, sorry, as the women's college basketball player because she didn't put the numbers up. But it's like, if you put numbers up and then you have the accolades, doesn't that stand on something too?
Right.
Because Caitlin Clark, as much as the numbers that you put up, you still never won a national championship. Which that is not my degree of being like, she's not deserving of being in that spot. Because she's a game changer. She's definitely a game changer. And I'm not taking that from her.
Definitely.
I mean, hey, she's a game changer to a point where Nike signed her to a $28 million deal. So, I'm going to go ahead and let y'all know, Caitlin Clark is probably not going to do that Big 3 deal.
Hell no, she's not going to do it. I don't think she thought about doing it. I mean, is the Big 3 season at the same time as the WNBA season? Or
No, I think it's on the off season.
Oh,
but she got $5 million to play. I think it's 8 games. 8 games is the regular season. And I think it's 12 weeks if she was to make it to the finals and win a championship. I believe that's the rundown on that one. But Nike was like, we got you.
I ain't gonna lie, dog. One time for Katie Clark. Hell yeah. Straight the fuck up. He deserved it. Matter of fact, applause to you. I ain't hating. However,
I have to say this though.
Not getting that natty that hurt that legacy.
What's that? Go ahead.
I was just saying no diss to her, but I had to put that out there while we talking about it. Because if she would have got that natty, it would look different on her legacy than her not getting it. But go ahead.
She didn't get the natty because besides that of her team, she has some decent players that were good role players. The NCAA did as much as they were supposed to do to make sure she got back to the final.
Oh yeah, man. Look, I was scared he was playing the referees or something like the 49ers did in the motherfucking Super Bowl because the media favored. Feel me? I'm just saying.
I have my own opinions about that game,
bro. This is all I'm saying. Just to quickly brush on that. No diddy. They haven't called no holding penalties on the Chiefs in the last 2 or 3 Super Bowl. Like, come on, bro. That shit is beyond suspicious.
It's beyond suspicious. Is y'all linebacker out there having a season-ending injury over turf toe?
And he was too damn hype, man. That shit cute. When I go down, I said, no. Shout out to Drake Greenlaw. I can tell you, you never know who's watching. You never know. And this is the Insomniatic podcast. Oh, shit.
Oh, sorry.
Bang, bang. Sorry. Gang. You feel me? Matter of fact, I'm ready.
That's what that nigga ankle said, baby.
You worry about them damn Patriots and Buccaneers.
I ain't no damn. Hey, look, bro. We gonna get this out tonight. This is the end. We gonna end this argument tonight. I told you I was not a Patriots fan. I am a Tom Brady fan. Tom Brady is no longer with the Patriots. He's retired.
Tom Brady fans get to do the same thing that the goddamn the LeBron fans get to do. You know what that is? Jump around town and say, "Oh, I'm just a LeBron fan. This is who I'm with. This is who I'm with." Type shit.
When have you ever seen me claim, "Oh man, I ride with the Patriots regardless"? You ain't never heard me claim that. You never heard me claim that. You never heard me claim, "Oh, I ride with the Patriots regardless." Bro, did you see what the Patriots was doing this last season? Did you see what they did when Tom Brady was like, "I need some help"?
This is why
And when they
relocate, because after Jordan left the Bulls, everybody vacated to a new team. Now, I've been with the Mavs ever since I left the Bulls. Straight up. But you talking about you holding two teams that used to be Tom Brady teams. So who is your team?
I don't have no NFL team no more. But I told you that. I don't have no NFL team.
You watch too much football to not have no established. This who I'm going for a team.
Who? Why?
Because Tom Brady retired?
Bro, did I not go for the Did I not go for the 49ers in the Super Bowl? And what did they do? They lost to the NFL's juggernaut.
First of all, the 49ers beat the whole Super Bowl, even the whole fourth quarter to the last second when they made it through the kick. They beat them the whole overtime and they made it through the last. With that,
I get to still be like this. Did they not lose to the NFL sponsored juggernaut?
It was Taylor Swift, man. It was the Swift.
You know what?
Blame y'all for this.
I do not disagree with that because I'm literally like the NFL has storylines. The storyline was popular and it was like, we're gonna ride this Taylor Swift thing out, and it was just like
the referees knew about the storyline. That's why the motherfuckers weren't throwing flags at this bitch. And they was out here tackling my man Nicholas John Bosa, man. That shit was trash. I feel like Bubba though. That was trash. The way they ain't calling no holding penalties on these motherfuckers. Got them 3 rings off of you holding flags. That shit is trash. Yeah, Mahomes great, but hell, penalties are in place for a reason. Because if you make mistakes, they're supposed to cost you. You're supposed to win the game fair and square, and that ain't fair and square if you ain't calling holding. That's trash.
I'm not gonna say that y'all defense is supposed to be better than that.
Bro,
I'm not saying about the flag. I'm just saying the way that people respected y'all defense, we thought your defense was gonna be better than that.
I feel like this: if you give the holding calls that were missed, that counts as defense as well, and it's a different play when it's 3rd and 10 instead of 3rd and 5. Your defensive coordinator calling a whole another defense. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, Mahomes was up there hitting y'all with them zesty dances, and y'all was like, "No Diddy," and y'all got distracted.
Motherfucking head, man. You gotta go on here. We coming for blood. I was mad they got Xavier Worthy in the draft. I know we ain't talking about the draft yet, but still, I did see that. I thought we was finna get him, and then they moved up and got him.
No, you want to talk about something I thought was, the moment in the draft? I'm sorry. The Michael Penix draft, like, bro, what? Huh?
Bro, Hey, one time though, for the Atlanta Falcons, shout out to ATL and the Falcons, cause y'all just never cease to amaze me. I ain't gonna lie.
Bro, that is the smoothest diss ever.
Gave it up for listen, cause I come to Atlanta, I don't want no smoke. Hey, shout out to Pastor Troy, shout out to everybody who be even close in the Falcons organization that's in hip hop.
They needed Pastor Troy in that draft to be like, no. They need that nigga to say no. Yeah, they need him to say no.
Come on. Hey,
what?
We gonna have us a Pastor Troy episode, bro, because we gotta debate the hardest Troy albums too. A lot of people be sleeping on Troy, but we ain't no people, man. So we gonna get into that too. That's gonna be fire. Remind me.
That's a crazy subject because
you paid $100 million for a quarterback who is coming off an Achilles injury, may I add. Then
you talked about that.
You draft in the first round Michael Penix Jr., which basically railroads what he could have been because he was ready to start day one, I believe. But he also, if I'm not mistaken, has had an Achilles injury.
Michael Penix is the crash dummies that you see. The 2 dummies that they put in the cars and make sure they straight. He's one of them.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. He's one of them.
Insurance for Raheem Morris' job. Because if Kirk Cousins get in there and start stinking it up, I think he just gonna pull him and let him be the richest bench player in the National Football League as they win with Michael Penix. Because if you think about it, them weapons that Atlanta got, Michael Penix you need to put him at the helm with them.
The chicken, I'm sorry, the chicken nugget was right. The chicken nugget was right. Cam. Cam literally said, I'm sorry, I can't take that picture away while seeing him compared to that chicken nugget. It's just like, damn. But regardless, he was right. That's fine. Whatever. Like, dude, you don't want to just look like Parliament, not this bitch. But he literally had a good argument that he was saying his thing. He was like, so what was my injury? And he was like, oh, my injury was your shoulder. He's like, okay. So what is this guy's injury? And he literally talking about Kirk Cousins. He was like, compare our records. And when you compare their records, they're basically almost about the same. He said, but I'm not in the league no more.
And he just got $100 million.
Yeah. But
he ain't wrong, bro.
He's not wrong.
That's like me. Kaepernick, man. You know me. My boy right here on the wall, Cappy right here, bro. A lot of people don't hate you like one of them. But they can say what they want to say. They just eating off that supremacist plate. They did you how they did you in front of the whole world, blatantly on purpose. And it ain't right. But go ahead.
Cam. My problem with Cam is you cannot look like the chicken nugget that was on Castaway and then be like, I deserve to be in the league. And it's just like, no. We're looking. That man look like that man look like famous. That man look like famous Amos before he got famous.
That man look like goddamn Private Eyes back with the
Hey, what's the old buddy from the Muppets? Dr. Teeth. He like Dr. Teeth on the tour bus. Like,
he one of a kind with these. I ain't no Cam hater. I like Cam. I can still tell him how I feel about these goddamn outfits and shit. And they look like Ponce de Leon and this bitch. Yeah, keep discover.
Cam is
discover that bitch.
Cam the only nigga that get dressed up for Columbus Day. I'm gonna kill him on this day. Like, okay.
Talk with a British accent all day.
But yeah, man. I never understood it. But I get where Cam was coming from with that argument.
Yeah.
I get where he's coming from. Like,
Cam fucking what? If I'm not mistaken, the national champion MVP. He's a winner, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Horrible. Yeah.
He won everything all the way through the league and everything below. Fucking high school, college, NFL.
Kirk
Cousins. You got Kirk. Not no different. If you what they like, I take the check too.
You want to know what killed Cam? I'm sorry, this is my opinion.
New England?
No. Super Bowl. The dive.
Yeah, that's true.
The dive on the ball. That killed him.
Damn.
Because you literally said, oh, I didn't dive on the ball because I didn't want to re-injure I didn't want to injure myself more. And it's like, in the biggest game of the century for you, I done seen your ass flip and get tackled in the end zone and do a flip just to get a fucking regular ass touchdown.
But you don't want to die for him.
In the Super Bowl.
It's given paid off. I'm sorry. Yeah.
We already had that argument. Cause I mean, do you remember who won that Super Bowl that year?
Peyton Manning, the sheriff. And he still ain't it?
He had to get number 2 because Eli did it.
Yeah.
You can't have
Louis.
no emotions on the sideline. Have 2 Super Bowls and you only have 1.
Yeah, guess who you didn't kick? God damn it.
Tom Brady.
Motherfucking Brady. One time for Tom Brady. Y'all know what it is. Shout out to Tom. Bring us on your new show, man. Hey, look, we all can be new at the same time. Insomniatic podcast ain't just gotta be a podcast. We made for prime time as well. You feel me? I can see me up there talking to Shannon Sharp. Maybe even Skip Bayless. I cuss his ass out one time. But anyway,
Skip gonna touch your thigh and be like, how much you want this?
Tiger.
No business.
Lose. I'm a street fighter. I'm so hetero. I say that shit all the time. I be trying to let people know I'm so hetero. And it ain't nothing. That's how I identify. It ain't no. Everybody else can identify. Let me identify too. Goddamn it.
It's wrong for you to do it.
All right, turkey neck ass. Let me do what I do, like you letting everybody else do what they do. I'm already fucking black.
You got enough on my shoulder, right?
Why you acting like it ain't? But yeah, man. So, you ain't got no team, so you can't be watching the draft, seeing who. The Niners had a pretty good draft, but I'm just hoping we don't do nothing like get rid of one of our star wide receivers. We done got 2 receivers out of the draft. They acting like Juwan Jennings ain't there the way motherfuckers in the press talking. They put some respect on Juwan name, 3rd and Juwan. Shout out to him. Go ahead.
Can I say something that's probably get people pissed off of me?
That's mostly what you say most of the time, so go ahead.
Shout out Marvin Harrison Jr. I'm sorry, bro. You look like Mr. Popo with dreads. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro. Like I like every time I can see him do a draft now, I just got seeing like, well, them Japanese people gonna have a fit with this motherfucker.
Mr. Popo, yeah, crazy, bro.
I'm like,
I ain't know. See this.
Go look up Marvin Harrison Jr. This boy. You gonna be like,
I ain't gonna be able to.
You gonna be able to unsee it. I'm sorry. Damn, I fucked up, but kind of got a little truth to it. But this draft was a little, Chicago, they got Caleb. New England got Drake.
Yeah.
Who got Edwards? Was it Edwards? I think from LSU. Is it JT Edwards?
Didn't the Giants get him?
Was it the Giants? I know your boy went to the Saints. Spencer Rattler. They just drafted him, I think, today.
That's a good ass fit. I was wondering who was gonna get him. Last thing I was watching was that he was still out there.
New Orleans, from what I've seen with New Orleans, kind of got New Orleans drafted pretty decent. This is one of those starstruck drafts to me. Where's a lot of big names? Because you got to think about, like, you had like a Bo Nix. And a lot of people was like, oh, Bo Nix is not going first. I knew Bo Nix was going first. Cause, the motherfucker's been in college for like 8 years.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, he's tuned enough to be a fucking the NFL quarterback. He been in the league long enough, so it's like, okay.
He's a veteran already.
It's like with J.J. McCarthy. I think he went to Minnesota or whatever. It's just like, yeah, that makes sense.
It makes sense, but I gotta agree with Shady McCoy what he said. Shout out to everybody that's on Speak on FS1 because I definitely watched.
Shout out Joe Taylor.
Yes, Lord, holding down as the only female host on there and doing that thing consistently for so long. Much love. No, yeah, but yo, Shady said it best, man. What is it that stuck out about J.J. McCarthy and make you like, I gotta have him over everybody? First round shit.
Nothing,
bro. Nothing. So hell, like it's a little. I can't say Minnesota won. That part of the draft is like until he ball, he be like Daniel Jones. I can't say that Jones wasn't. Daniel Jones was fucking. They went to Duke for franchise quarterback out of all the schools, and like you can't expect Daniel Jones to just be good. You just went to the wrong place. What the hell were you thinking? You know what I'm saying? What was y'all thinking going to get a franchise quarterback from Duke? I can see if y'all needed a point guard. Shooting guard.
The Timberwolves and drafted.
Right. Hey, they need Anthony Edwards, goddamn me.
I don't know. This draft contains a lot of. It's like I said, it was just a star power draft. It had all the big names come out of it this year. Because even if you try to downplay Spencer Rattler, and I'm just going back to him for my example, even if you try to downplay, Spencer Rattler was a big name going into the draft. All the years before this draft, he was going to be a big name.
Yeah, because he played under Jalen Hurts and what he did at South Carolina. You know, like, he's got a good ass resume. He played in the SEC and he played for Oklahoma, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bro.
Under
fucking
who's that? London. What's the guy? Coach name for Oklahoma? London something? I got his name.
You know, I'm so SEC around this bitch. Go Gamecocks. Forever to be.
Yo, Brent, that ain't coach no way. Brent, Oklahoma coach is over there from Clemson. Brent Venables or whatever his name.
Say that shit again. Brent
Venables, I think that's the name.
I can't say.
If I'm saying that wrong, I'm sorry. But Venables, yeah. That's the coach for Oklahoma. Lincoln Riley was their coach before. Lincoln Riley. That was Clemson's either OC or DC, one of them two.
So I got access to like Dirt County. They gonna learn about Dirt County now. Shit, make a pothole. Don't want to better walk on. Telling you, where Snake Eye, one time for Dirt County. That's why.
Exactly.
That's my bloodline. You feel me? Equalized production on the beat. Also, bloodline. Come on. Super bloodline.
Since last time we went on, didn't OJ die?
Yeah, OJ did die. That's a good call. Shout out to OJ. Hey, that reminded me of something that I heard of. And I was like, damn, they never brought that out. Did you know that what was his wife's name? It was Ronald Gold and
Nicole Simpson.
Simpson. So her handyman years later ended up being a serial killer. His siblings always thought that he was the one who killed, and that shit was crazy. Shit came, like they got a whole goddamn like documentary where his siblings talking about they think that he's the one who committed the double murder, and OJ is being framed for that shit. And OJ had that stain on his legacy, bro, until he died. And the media knew this shit after a while and still ain't put it out there like that. It's the smallest story, bro. A lot of people, this gonna be their first time even hearing about this shit. And somebody killed this man's wife, bro. And it was, well, she was his ex-wife by then, I think. But, you know, the dude was, I think he killed like 6 blondes or some crazy shit. After, you know what I mean? That whole ordeal, like a couple years later. Like, you can look it up. This is factual. He is a serial killer, and he's locked up for the murders he committed. But he used to be, you know, Nicole Simpson's handyman. At the, you know what I mean? All the way till he died. That shit's crazy.
Okay, I can't really. I'll say like I can't really speak on that because I'm just like I want to say yeah, it kind of could make sense. But I also, in the back of my head, I also heard the same thing because I feel like there's a lot of opinions that's thrown to that case. Because I also heard that the jury literally said, peers of jury that was involved in that case literally said our verdict for OJ was revenge to Rodney King.
Yeah, but I mean, what sounds more likely? That it's a low-key underlying serial killer, or that this motherfucker just one day flipped and was like, this is Rodney King, my nigga, I'm gonna kill my wife.
No. That's why you didn't hear me right. The jury said, and that verdict that they chose was for Rodney King.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, like they got a thing that came out just like you were saying about you got like written speeches, written quotes and stuff like that. There were quotes that it said the jury literally said, "Oh, my decision was because of revenge for Rodney King." I'm just kind of like, okay. I just feel like, prime and simple, and I'll give you my opinion. I feel like OJ, look, it probably is one of them crazy ass motherfuckers who probably did that shit, but he was surrounded by motherfuckers that couldn't pin that shit on him because they all were fucked up in their own shit. That is my opinion. Because I think about the evidence that they had, bullshit.
I just think it's weird as fuck that, you know what I'm saying, like if fuck around and got down, be accused of killing my wife, and then they come out a couple years later, the nigga who was goddamn coming by cutting the grass or some shit, he done killed 6 goddamn women identical to the wife I lost. Hey, goddamn, don't just at least look into it, you feel me? Don't just throw that shit, sweep that under the rug as bullshit, cause hey, what if I'm innocent? And you don't believe some whole other shit just because it's a theory out there. Like, this nigga killed 6 motherfuckers. 6. I have 0 bodies before this one y'all think I committed. I'm just saying.
Out there cutting scrubs.
Hey, well, I ain't got nothing to do with it. Hey, just R.I.P. OJ. Hell, fuck it. I wasn't there. Yeah, if he did it, he paying for it already. If he didn't, hey, God rest his soul. And I hope that they clean up your legacy, man. Get back to talking about the football player that you were, because that man was awesome, bro. The juice. OJ? You ain't never seen OJ highlight?
Oh no, I seen. I was just gonna ask you.
Oh,
Do you still stand on that same quote, or do you have to change it around now? Like like whenever he broke a play and all this, he said the juice is loose. What do you say now? The juice is expired? I don't. I'm just trying to figure out. Like, how do you go about saying that now?
oh shit!
The juice has turned.
The juice is gone mad.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I don't know. I ain't gonna.
The juice is reduced. I'm sorry. You know me. I'm
simply expired. See what I tell you got me started on that shit.
simply water. No concentrate out. They burned this nigga. That concentrate went into the damn furnace.
Simply guilty. That's terrible. All right, so go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Juice has some big nuts because he died from prostate cancer. No, did he? I'm sorry. That's what they say. He died from prostate cancer.
Yeah, that shit is for real, but that and colon cancer take a motherfucker up out of here quick. You be down there dead before you get to the car.
Nigga ran up on Nicole and was like, "You spoiled my nuts, man."
Make them shit the devil it is. Quick as fuck. Hey, America, South Carolina, whoever there watching, forgive us, man. That's how we be, man.
That's how we do.
Yeah. Shout out to Texas, man. Appreciate you betting me. Even if you didn't, I'm gonna be no diddy. What's the time out about, cuz?
Oh no, I was saying I was on Texas too. I was just throwing up a tea. My bad, man.
You good?
I thought Ludacris was about to come on. Look.
I got my sideburn.
Is that OJ? Come pray to me.
So what else happened since OJ died? This big ass storm in South Carolina with the hail. You seen that shit?
Somebody wasn't like Lexington or some shit like that, or outside of Lexington.
It knocked them people over and held all over everything. Every step they took was ice, and they was outside talking. They said it just came and knocked them over.
Yeah, I just Gucci Man coming in town.
Burr.
No, you know what? I know something we need to talk about.
What's up?
What's up with all this bullshit ass diss rapping right now?
I'm glad you said it.
What's up with all this bullshit ass diss rapping?
Drake came hard, no diddy. That shit was fire. To me, push up, drop, and give me 50%, and he tied that shit to like a drill sergeant making somebody drop and do push ups. Drop and give me 50. He was tired as that. Every time he said drop it, damn. You mean to tell me you arguably the number one in the game and you're giving up half of your contract type shit? Then he ain't just take out one person. He shot for everybody here. I rock with what Drizzy did. I ain't gonna lie. Cole was hard. He just shouldn't have took it back. I feel like this. You beef with people you care about though, different from people you don't fucking know at all. So I understand where Cole coming from with that too. You know, people that I was real close with that we fell out, and it's like, damn, it's really what we doing, and try to stand on that shit. But be like, all right, well, if you gonna stand on it, but I ain't gonna stand on it. So hell, just in case you ain't standing on the shit, then maybe you know, we can get back where we was at. So
I didn't understand that because that is my personal opinion, and I'm just standing on my own personal opinion.
Yeah.
Cole, absolutely, I think you were right. I'm sorry. To Pimp a Butterfly was not that shit to me. I'm sorry. I mean, I understand that people was like, "Oh, that was a great ass album."
Oh, he had.
I don't. Yeah, a couple of cuts on it, but as far as you saying that was this top tier ass album, no, I'm sorry. To Pimp a Butterfly was not shit.
They gassed it,
and
I can agree Cole on that.
One was like, "Oh, well, the best album that Cole had was 24/4 Drive," and it was like, Now, if you're going to sit there and use the argument of that's the best album, yes, 24/4 Drive is the best album J-Cole has ever put out. Sorry, that's my opinion.
Yes,
but
that's very close to being true. Potentially, I would say he has still showed progression, even though that was his best album. Like the last album he dropped, he showed growth. He still seemed like he was better skillfully as an artist with his wordplay, with the way he was handling this particular album. But he said the fall off is gonna be like Jay-Z dropping The Reasonable Doubt last. So if we all this shit we out here talking about like it's fire, ain't even gonna compare to the fall off, bro. I'm waiting on the fall off, bro. I wanna hear that shit.
But this is the point that I've been mentioning to people. J. Cole is a victim of the Young Jeezy curse. J. Cole has dropped so many mixtapes before these albums that his mixtapes are almost compared to albums, or can be compared to albums. And then when you actually look at the body of work, and it's like, okay, well, his album wasn't as great. And it's like, well,
because hey, you know how? I mean, you one of the people that do though that like I have a mixtape. People look at like an album type shit. You know what I'm saying? But if I'd have kept just making mixtapes, I just would have probably kept ending up with those. The thing is that mixtape shit, it kind of just it's like letting people see what it would be like to no Diddy but drive a new car. Like, hey, yeah, this is all the cars that's out right now, but I'm just as good as them motherfuckers. Check out what I can do. You know what I'm saying? On the same tracks that these motherfuckers, you know, went on, and I got down killed the shit even better than these motherfuckers. And then now you got everybody attention. That's the kind of shit that make people do that. But it's so much easier to put out content on top of other people's shit than making some original shit and it's gonna get the same attention or hit the same, you know. So
I know that's an unpopular opinion of mine, and that's fine because, like I say, being like an asshole, everybody got one. That's my opinion. I feel like J. Cole has made some mixtapes before these actual albums, and people kind of forgetting about that. They're just looking at like because 24 4 Drive was such a great album. They just looking at that, and it's like that's his best body of work. And it's like, man, this man put in work before that. J. Cole was nice before that shit, and just like regardless of that though,
Friday Night Lights.
I gotta go back to the point that I was making. That's the point where I disagree with J. Cole. If you're gonna stand on some shit, stand on it. Don't sit here and apologize. What the fuck are you apologizing for?
I mean, I get it, but Cole could have, out of the big three, had Drake decided to go at Cole or Kendrick or both. Cole could win those battles to me. Now Drake is super skillful with his wordplay, and he gonna embarrass you with his diss track. You know what I'm saying? But like as far as long term shooting it out track for track, I just think Cole wins. Kendrick, he just don't drop enough for me to feel like I have an opinion about how he gonna react to anything. Cause he kind of been on some Lauryn Hill type shit in a way. He's more consistent than Lauryn Hill. He drops more often than Lauryn Hill. But what I'm saying is that the game valued Lauryn Hill on some one of one type shit. You see what I'm saying? And when she took breaks, we was expecting her to go straight through. You know, so it's a lot of music that we ended up not getting out of her whole career because she had gaps of coming and going.
Shout out to my nigga Nard.
Nardo.
Shout out to my nigga Nard. Because I know how much he loved Lauryn Hill. But that was my argument to him about Lauryn Hill. I was like, I know you want to put her up there, but this is the reason why I can't put her up there because it's exactly what you just said. Everything you just said is exactly the reason. Because like top NCs and stuff like that. And he said Lauryn Hill one time. Was just like.
So how we putting Kendrick up there? The big three. And he only dropped every how many years? Hey, come on, LA. Hey, y'all chime in this bitch too, Cali. I need some know.
Okay. So I guess I look at it this way. I look at the album that dropped and I look at the influence of that album. I'm not gonna act like Good Kid, Mad City was not a masterpiece. The Good Mad City is a masterpiece.
Hell yeah. Absolutely.
A masterpiece. But you skip over. Here's the thing where I say Kendrick and J-Cole fall in the same line. If you look at 24 Forest Hill Drive, same thing.
I gotta get it. Go ahead though.
It's a fucking masterpiece. But I'm using the second album, To Pimp a Butterfly. What's cold? All Eyes on Me? I mean, not All Eyes on Me. That's not. That's pop.
Your Eyes Only.
Your Eyes Only. If you look at them and you compare them to each other, I'm talking about from our comparisons.
Right.
They basically cancel each other out in a sense.
Okay, I can see that.
So then you step to the third album. Cole's third album would be KOD.
Yeah.
So you think about KOD, and then you think about Kendrick. Kendrick's third album would have been what was the shit called? But I know I got to think about it. But his album. Well, hold on. Say it again.
Was Damn his third album?
Damn was his third album.
Okay.
Damn was so fucking commercialized. Damn had so many motherfucking radio hits on it that it was just like, I don't think Kendrick just put onto the same audience he wanted to, but Kendrick just wanted his album to be out there on mainstream because obviously what he got from Pimp the Butterfly was like, your shit ain't on mainstream. It's for the intellectuals. Like motherfuckers are thinking about what the words that you saying, they're listening to your shit.
So if I'm speaking correctly, we got Kendrick at 1 classic album right now, right? And we got Cole at 2. So what you saying? You said Forest Hill Drive and KOD. KOD.
My exact words, I didn't say KOD was a classic album.
Hey, well, would you say KOD is better than Kendrick's? Like album for album, Cole is up 2-1. Cause
yeah, me personally, yes.
So far, and then we get into what's Cole album? The Off Season. The Off Season was pretty fire.
To me, I loved the Off Season. A lot of people didn't like it.
I did too. So then, what's Kendrick's next?
So something that the staple tears or whatever that shit was called. I can't think of what, but yeah, I know what you're talking about. Cause that NC-17 and all that shit up on that album.
Oh, well, all right. Well, did you think that compared to the off season?
Kendrick got Cole on the off season on that one.
You said Kendrick.
Kendrick's album was better than the off season.
Okay, so it's what 2-2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then
So we hitting the Drake argument, huh?
Hold up. Before you say that, I was gonna say before you bump Kendrick up to 2 albums, if you would have left his ass at 1, I was gonna say shit. Lupe got a classic. You know what I'm saying? Like it's guys out there with classic albums now. They got at least 1, so you can't call somebody the best in the game if they only got 1 classic album.
No, you can't.
Who in the big 3 has more classic albums than Lil Wayne?
But
Wayne is still alive and rapping.
Better than Lil Wayne? Better than Lil Wayne?
Yeah, like.
I mean, if we're using that argument, then I have to say like this. Pop.
No, I mean out of the big 3.
But I'm saying, like, I mean, okay, yeah, if we're using the big 3. Depending on your music choice, I'm sad to say this, and motherfuckers will be they gonna like this opinion. Drake.
But head up in a beef at the same time, right? So we saying I done did this and I done did that. Okay, cool. All right,
so
now,
the resistance.
Yeah, but you want me to throw back a Wayne track?
What I'm saying to you is the resistance.
Yesterday when we were getting high,
you were invited. You would have liked it.
I know you all too well.
Think about it. Think about it now.
I see. But I'm just saying, bro. Show me a good time. That was my. How did I end up right here with you?
Fireworks with Alicia Keys.
Because that shit is about life and.
Let Me Know with Aaliyah and Jeezy.
Yeah. God damn. Shit, I know the track list. What am I afraid of? This is supposed to be what dreams are made of. Hey. But we talking about Wayne. We talking about the Carter 1, the Carter 2, the Carter 3.
But as much as we put the respect on those albums, when we really look at them, like, you got to hear me out when I say this. When you really look at them, how many of those albums is like number 1 on the billboards? And I'm not saying that's what we use as our scale of judgment. What I'm saying is just like, how many of Wayne's albums for us is like, oh, that's great. You know what I'm saying? But I have to look at it like Drake. If I take the resistance and I put it onto the billboard, that shit is shooting up. Don't get me wrong. Because it's like,
you know what I mean? It was never street music in the beginning. It was never borderline trap or drill or none of that. Drake was his own thing in the beginning. He was pop, R&B, hip hop, all of that shit rolled into one. And he actually has the ability to, when he feel like it, cross back over and go in and out, like the fucking multiverse, you feel me? He's one of the few artists that can do it. I mean, Drake gonna have more commercial hits than Cole, Kendrick, Wayne. He went away from Michael. They could beat it. You feel me? Like, come on, bro.
Drake Cole.
I get that argument, but I'm talking about like niggas who egos going head up. If Wayne put together a diss track on anybody in the industry, bro, it's about to be sick. It's about to be legendary. Still, this version of Wayne too.
I guess.
Ain't nobody expect for Eminem to do Machine Gun Kelly like he did him this late in his career, and guess what? He destroyed this guy.
Only thing I can say to that situation is Wayne been in the game for a long time, right? Me in my personal opinion, feel like Wayne in a dressing situation because he's in the shadows.
Yeah. However,
then what I mean by in the shadows is he don't want no Diddy shit to be brought up on him.
Oh yeah. I believe that shit. Hell yeah.
Because it's one of the situations was like you been in there like long enough. And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to accuse that man of that. I'm just saying you been in the shadow long enough to be like.
He been in the game for a minute.
I wouldn't be surprised if that shit was around you.
All right, look, I got, because you know how we do. We got to break these motherfuckers up because we get to going, man. But you know, one time for J-McCain. Hey, what we gonna close it out with, man? I need a good ass topic, man. Close it out with, you know, like I said, I've been gone. Where I was at, I can't necessarily disclose all the information, but I will say, you know.
All right, shout out. I know Mother's Day's coming up soon. Shout out to all the moms. To all my real niggas, I gotta ask you a question. I gotta tell y'all a real fact. Never buy your woman a watch. Okay?
Why that?
Because there's a clock on the stove. I don't mess with that. But nah, shout out to all the mothers. I know having Mother's Day coming up soon. Shout out to my mom. Shout out to your mom. Shout out to all the moms. I know that's right around the corner. And we might do another episode before that. But I mean, if we had to lead us, if I had to say anything about this episode that I feel like was not touched, no Diddy.
Pause, all that shit.
I don't know. There's a lot of things I feel like we had an opinion about. I can't really say there's anything that like we didn't touch.
Well, that's what's up, man. Because you know it was rough to miss all that time. You know, a lot of people had hit me in the DMs. I seen their messages later like, "Did you stop the podcast? Did you?" It's like, nah, bro. We don't just quit like that, but you know, when I'm feeling my obligations, man, you know, just have to put my head down and do it. That's all. You know, yeah. As you see, don't bounce.
Oh, sorry. Shout out Nard. Shout out Tone. Shout out Tyrone. Hold it down, my boy.
Shout out to Brew. Yeah. And shout out to Dirt County, the whole family.
DC for the soul.
Goddamn, and look, we gonna keep everything that we do and that we ever been a part of as a group, as a family, as a business-minded people. We gonna keep that going, man. We gonna represent for all of the greatness that has happened prior to us showing up to be great our damn self. So when you hear me talk about Dirt County, that's some shit I mean too. Great that I'm gonna put y'all up on because you know you can't overlook greatness when it happens, man. Because it's like hitting lightning in the bottom, man. If you do it, you gotta let the world know. So yeah, you got anything else, man?
This is random as fuck. What's the most popular pie?
Ooh. I don't know. I have to say apple pie is probably the most popular.
That shit is like number 5 on the list.
Pecan?
Cherry
pie is crazy.
That's crazy. Like I know that shit like left field like a motherfucker, but I had to be like, I gotta hit him up and tell him this shit.
Hey, I want no comments though. I want everybody to comment like they favorite pot at least.
Exactly.
What side of the world they took the survey on, man?
Hey, it was not in the South, was it? Because cherry, I remember I seen that. I was like, cherry pie.
Nigga pie. Well, we appreciate all y'all, and you know, on my way out, goddamn.
Insomniatic, let's go.
Insomniatic, man. Third County for life. Niggas in the back, blazing the sack.
Niggas in the bag, blazing the sack. Throw your hands in the air, let me see where you at. To all my niggas in the Cadillacs, round on this here little loud player, do what you want. To all my ladies on the dance floor, take it
Third County, baby, with a special dedication to all my niggas doing their thing across the nation. Everybody doing their thing across the nation, man. Much love to you. Keep doing it. Keep stacking. You know what I'm saying? Hey, the real, I only want to see the real succeed. That's a vibe right there. Equalize production, man. I tell you. Never fight with pussy and they love that chronic. Never tell their business in the street and they love the flow. They niggas wrong top of the game, but never off it. Never fall it. They get over on the prop. Breaking niggas off the pool game. 8 ball in the corner pocket. The dirt kind of niggas, yeah, we rocks it. Roll with it. All soul with it. Gotta put you up on it. You get your shit at your expense. Niggas in the back, blazing the sack. Throw your hands in the air, let me see what you at. All my niggas in the Cadillac.
I think it's too much for people. I don't think they're gonna be able to. I don't think they'll be able to get with it.
Man, at the end of the day, the boys was ahead of their time. You see me?
That's what I'm saying. They want to hear Chris Brown versus Quavo.
Yeah. Well, you know, that's the goddamn. What we call it? Yeah, man, I know we in the goddamn. I'm in a whole nother time zone as J-McCain, so I appreciate him, you know, fucking with me this long, man. It's getting a little late in the evening, man. You feel me? I knew what time it was. So we gonna get ready to slide out like that, but hey, appreciate y'all vibing through with me. At the same chord, and I'm gonna slide out like this. Now, Michael, check. 2 foot is this? A certified unofficial business. It ain't no niggas over here swimming with them big fish while your clique still shrimping. But man, I got my mind on bigger things. Throwing chickens on the grill at the house on the hill, sipping those Tanqueray. I came in cheap for real. Young Bull Supreme, baby.
Young Bull was a dog.
Dog.
Young Bull was a dog, boy.
Oh, they don't know why Young Bull. They don't know about Snake Eyes. They don't know about.
No.
And they be running around here talking about these drugged up rappers. Now these people on top of their shit, crisp, sharp, wet, man. Them boys jealous.
Recent, really? Man,
all my niggas ride. All my counter niggas got them things by their side. All my niggas getting money, feel me. The boys jealous, looking out, they wanna kill me. But see, all my niggas roll. All my niggas ride. All my counter niggas got them things by their side.
Come on, man. Yeah, man. We appreciate you. We rocking with y'all, man. But we gonna slide out like this, and as I always say, on my way out, tell them, Jay, what it is, man.
No Diddy. He said slide out. But I just like, hey, it's Insomniatic Podcast. Y'all better know, y'all better recognize what it is. This is how we come through. And we do this thing more often. Y'all better believe that. But y'all gonna get on to this game. DC out. Y'all better represent Dirt County.
Dirt County for life.
Exactly.
RP Erica Quilla.
But at the end of the day, y'all better know. C4, let them know.
It's Insomniatic. Yeah.
money boys and we bringing that fire. All others retire, your shelf life is expired. Rappers be sounding lame, and it's their music to blame. Cause every time they drop an album, it be sounding the same. We approaching this game like Monopoly. If you gonna buy your rap from me. From vault to boardwalk, from the bottom to the top. From nothing to having something, we ain't never gonna stop. Crossing the bubble, injecting the world with our game. Living, laughing, and riding, cause we doing our thing. I got my niggas with me, and they feeling the rush. And we ain't worried about no haters, we handling us. Them fake thugs get caught out there making the sale. Put on a dress for the man and get to singing like Patti LaBelle. Real niggas be quiet as mimes. If you can't do the time, nigga don't do the crime. We got that on white, that straight roll, breaking it to these niggas and giving it to these niggas. It's that on white, that straight roll, that straight roll, that straight roll. It's that on white, that straight roll. We breaking it to these niggas and giving it to these niggas. It's that on white, that straight roll, that straight roll, that straight roll.
We ain't posted on the block with that same old chop. We got their head bust, we knock these niggas out, they shot. They feeling the need, if they had an itch, they leave. Burning holes in they nostrils, we ain't leaving debris. You can drop an anvil and wouldn't hold me down. The truth is, without that cut, we got the best around. Call in for the 64, bars will blow. You moving too slow, y'all niggas still playing with snow. It should be a hate crime the way they envy me. They try to rob